and welcome to Talking Business with Beverly. I am your host and business strategist, Beverly Walthour. And so we want to thank you for joining us. As an entrepreneur, our goal is to help you create time and financial freedom. And so we do this by not only addressing your business needs, but also your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, and relationship needs as well. And now join me in welcoming Crystal Kelly to the show. Hello, Crystal. How are you?
Hi, I'm great.
Awesome. And so I brought Crystal in. Crystal does a lot of amazing things. And so she really and truly all about empowering women at any age. And so we're going to have this candid conversation about your purpose. I know so many people that are walking around here like, what is my purpose? Why am I here? So we're going to dive all into that. But Crystal, before we do that, I love to play this game with my guests where I ask them 3 random questions. So are you game to play the game?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, she's like, look, hey, I don't know yet. So Crystal, tell us, what is one movie that you can watch over and over and over again?
Oh, one movie. Let's see. Coming to America.
We're not even going to ask the King of Zamunda. We're not even going to go into what's your favorite part, but hey. Okay, my next question for you. If you could be anywhere, like, outside, we know you want to be here, but if you could be anywhere right now, where would you want to be and why? Anywhere in this world.
Anywhere in the world. Let's see. Does my bed count?
Hey, why not? Look at she look exciting life. Like, look, I just want to be in the bed.
Yes.
And then my last question, what is your favorite color?
Black. It's actually a non-color, but it is my
Hey.
favorite color.
Okay, then we're going to go with that, okay? So, Crystal, tell us, what is it that you do? What kind of business do you have?
So I am the founder of Power of Your Purse, and that is a platform that I build to network and do events and workshops for women of all ages. 3 of the events and workshops that I do every year is Boss and Heels Entrepreneur Workshop for women. I have Queen Bee Girls Chess Club for young girls, middle school and freshman high school age. And I also hold an annual event entitled You Are Beautiful, which I honor and award women survivors of abuse.
I didn't tell you she does a lot, but it's a lot of amazing things. And so, Crystal, I know part of, especially dealing with women, and once again, at all ages, purpose. And so I really want to dive into that because I feel like, especially this space, this day and age, there are so many people wondering, literally, like, why am I here? And so when we use the word purpose, what does that mean? What does purpose mean?
So, I am recently an author of I Am Purposely Made, which is a self-guided journal to help you identify your purpose. So for me, this came about because of that question. A lot of people are asking, and I was asking, like, why am I here? What's my purpose? But what I've discovered is it's not actually answering the question like, what's my major purpose in this world? What am I supposed to do? That's so, it's so it's so ever-changing. Every day, every situation, as we grow as people, our situations, our purposes change. They should change. You can't grow without change. So the way that I look at it is your purpose is what I entitled in the book, your building blocks of discovery.
Oh, okay.
So it's a way for you to discover how you fit into this piece of the puzzle.
I love that. So first of all, it's evolving. So it's changing and it's okay. So what I may have been doing in my 20s, it may look a little different in my 40s.
Exactly.
Okay. And so now, I'm like, okay, Crystal, I need help with figuring out my purpose. So how would you support me in this journey? Like, what would we do? What are some of the strategies and resources you use to kind of help me tap into what I'm doing in that next phase?
So in the book, it is an activity book. So one of the ways that I help you identify is to look at your attributes. What are you known for? What do people call on you or rely on you for? And that is part of your building blocks of discovery. So one of the things that I've noticed about myself is I'm able to easily relate to people. I'm very adaptable in my environment, and that is based off of previous experiences. That is a building block for myself. And I use that building block in order to build my foundation to manifest my purpose.
I love that word, manifest.
Yes.
And so once again, kind of looking at those things that you see in yourself, but you also said that other people kind of notice in you, and then we use that as some of the catalysts to kind of figure out what we can do with that. Because you said you love to connect and network with people, so that's something that's a part of your purpose, and you're able to leverage that.
Right, it's something that is innately comes out of me. It's something that's natural. I don't have to try at it, and others recognize it. Not everyone has the ability to easily adapt to different environments. When I'm speaking at an engagement, I'm just as comfortable speaking in front of the C-suite as I am as speaking in front of friends and family, or large and small gatherings. And not everyone has that ability. But not only just speaking, my attribute or one of my blocks of discovery is I'm able to connect. I'm able to make that personal connection and engage others. So that's very powerful, and it's very meaningful when it comes to manifesting your purpose.
I love that. And like you said, not everyone has that skill set. So Crystal, this is amazing. So we're going to continue this conversation right after these messages. Hello and welcome back to Talking Business with Beverly. And so I'm your host, and we are having a conversation with Crystal Kelly. We're actually talking about how to discover your purpose, how to walk in your purpose. And so you keep using this phrase. You said, what's that phrase? So you said that if I need to figure out what my purpose is, I'm going to sit down with you, or you have a book that has you said building blocks? What was that
Building
phrase?
blocks of discovery.
There we go, the building blocks of discovery. And so once again, kind of looking at some of our natural gifts and skills and talents.
Yes.
And then so once I kind of say, okay, well, I'm good at speaking with people, like what do I do from there?
So you identify these things,
Mhm.
and you the way that I look at it is you stack them.
Okay.
What is more prominent? I took this personality test and a while back, and the way that they categorized every individual was according to colors. And your prominent color is what you exude the most,
Okay.
what other people naturally get from you. My primary color was yellow, so it's like I'm friendly, I'm personable, and I'm relatable. So that's your first color. For the building blocks of discovery, the way that I identify it and have you identify it works along the same way. So if your prominent block is that you're a speaker, or you're naturally a people person, that's what comes out prominently. You're gonna make that your prominent block, and then you build around that for other things to identify how you can fit into the piece of the puzzle, is how I like to say it. How can you serve others? How can you help solve a problem that exists, so you become valuable and useful to others, into a situation, maybe at work or in life, or maybe you're always that person to help uplift someone else. That could be your purpose for that day, for that month, for your life. That could be, those are the building blocks of discovery for yourself. So when you're asking yourself, why am I here? Well, like my book says, you are purposely made. God did not make you by accident. You were chosen purposely, made purposely, by purpose, and on purpose. He didn't do that for no reason. Everything has a reason, everything has a purpose, and so do you. So every day that you wake up, I use affirmations a lot in this book. So every day that you wake up, I remind myself, I'm purposely made. I'm here for a reason. So what's that reason going to be today? And I actively make that a part of my journey every day.
So I love that. So you kind of start off with the affirmation or a theme. Like you're like, okay, hey, this is my goal. Hey, what can I do to pretty much impact the world today? And then you go out and that's what you're laser focused on.
That's right.
I love that. And so for you, did you always feel like you were walking in your purpose?
No. And I do talk a little bit about that as well in the book, actually a lot, because I struggled with that as a child, and early adolescence into early adulthood. I struggled with that a lot. I had depression issues. I've had suicidal thoughts and everything because I felt unworthy. I felt that I didn't belong, and I didn't know why. I always felt like a person looking on from the outside inside, and with my family, with my friends, and I could not pinpoint a reason why. And I regretted it in life. Like, I regretted even being born. I was just like, why am I here? But so it was not a walk that I've always taken. That's why when it was given to me to manifest this book and to base it off of my own experience and what I've discovered and tools that I've used to help me, therapy and meditation and praying and my building blocks and strategic tools that I've developed to help you identify why you're here and for you to be able to reaffirm that every day in your life, to help someone give that meaning, that's when I started walking in my purpose.
Wow. And realizing once again it was so much bigger than you.
It's so much
bigger than you.
Yes.
And so Crystal, we are going to continue this conversation right after these messages. Hello and welcome back to Talking Business with Beverly. And so before the break, Crystal, you were talking just a little bit about your journey, and I want to touch a little bit more on that. So, when you realized that this was not the life, the way you were living life wasn't the way that you knew. You may not have been 100% sure what you wanted, what you needed to do, but you realized what was going on wasn't conducive. So what were some of the strategies that you put into place to help you to discover your purpose?
So some of the strategies that I recommend in the book is get unbiased help. For me, that was therapy. And I needed someone removed. I'm very religious based. I go to church, I believe, and this book is not to make you a believer, but it is to give you a background, and that some things can't just be prayed away. It's prayer and supplication. And sometimes that supplication is seeking the help that you need from a person that's not going to tell you what you want to hear. So one of the strategies that I do recommend is get the help that you need. It may be therapy. It may be, getting someone just to listen. Not to give advice, not to steer you in this direction, but to listen. Another strategy that I point out in the book is I call it data dump.
Okay.
You need a safe place, a safe person to data dump, to just vent, and let it out. That's so important to your well-being because society, social media, shows us and teaches us to be all buttoned up and perfect and picture ready perfect. I swear, I look at some social medias, I'm like, do you have a walking photographer with you everywhere? Like, who's capturing all of these moments? And they can't all be perfect. So what I recommend to people is to data dump and do that with a safe person that you can just let it all out and scream and yell or just say some things that's not perfect. And that's not going to go anywhere. They're not going to judge you for it. They're not going to try to steer you or give you advice. And then that allows you to kind of reset, have a clear mind, and go into the next situation being able to just clearly and rationally deal with it.
And I love what you said with that. It's like honoring that feeling, whatever it is, good, bad, ugly.
Yes.
Because sometimes we're taught to, especially because you mentioned being a believer, you're not supposed to say this, you're not supposed to feel that, and you said the B word, oh my goodness, you're depressed, how can you be depressed as a believer? But just being able to say, hey, get it out. This is me honoring that feeling, that thought that I'm having.
Yeah.
But then release it. Don't stay in that space and then kind of move on.
That's exactly it. It's okay to feel what you feel. You know, the word teaches you anger, but sin not. Like he gave you all of these emotions. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel depressed. It's okay to feel happy and, you know, sad and everything. Recently, you know, this past year was a year of transition for me. I lost my mother. And one of the things that I had to reaffirm myself and to just be able to look into the mirror and say to myself, it is okay for you to feel however you want to feel and to allow myself the opportunity to do that. I would drive, and if I felt like crying, I cried. If I felt like laughing or talking about her or what, I did that. And it was okay. Because we all have to go through something and transition to something in order to better help someone. Because if you never experience that, you can't ever be a help to someone else.
That's true.
Your puzzle piece does not fit into that situation. And that ties back into your purpose. It could be ever changing.
And that is key. And I think sometimes people fail to realize that, you know, that situation, although it's ugly as I'm going through it, I don't want to go through it. Knowing on the other side of that, not only are you a better person on the other side, but there are other people that can benefit from that too.
Definitely.
Okay, any other strategies you have to help us kind of walk, you know, discover our purpose? I love what you're giving so far.
Yeah, so another activity I have in the book is goal setting. And goal setting is one thing that really, really helped me. And I know that, you know, some people are like, what does that have to do with my purpose? Well, you know, if you don't have a goal, short-term or long-term, where are you going? Where are you headed? How can you know what to use your building blocks of discovery in what situation? I've noticed that I'm very strong-willed. I'm very determined. I'm a people person. I love engagement. These are all parts of my building blocks of discovery, and I know that I'm innately built to be an entrepreneur. So, knowing that, because I've built this foundation, I've also coupled it with goal setting. So in the next 3 years, this is what I want to accomplish. These are the steps I want to take. These are the resources that I'm going to gather and utilize, and you know, at the end I'm going to document it, and I'm going to work and adjust those steps so that I am able to actually attain that goal at the end of my time frame.
And so once again, you know, kind of having that strategy that there, and you can see the 1, 2, 3, and hey, this is what the step I'm on now, and then this is the steps that I would take to get to that next phase.
Exactly.
I love it, I love it, I love it. Well, Crystal, believe it or not, we are running out of time. So please share with our viewers, you know, how they can find out more information about you. So what are your social media handles and your website?
Social media handles, I'm on Facebook as Crystal Kelly, and I'm on Instagram as Power of Your Purse. You can find my book on Amazon. I Am Purposely Made, which is a self-guided journal to help you identify your purpose.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So thank you so much, Crystal, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And thank you as well for joining us. And remember, as entrepreneurs, your goal is to ensure that you're addressing your business, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial needs as well. Until next time, take care.